Today I want to help you rewrite any story that you might have about aging and having another birthday and turning a year older, because last week I just had another birthday. I turned 46 in physical years, and I wanted to share with you how I had rewritten my story around aging and the assumptions that I have had about the aging process, which have completely changed my experience. And it's why I have no problem sharing my age, because I don't have a story about it. So I wanted to share with you how I've used these amazing principles to rewrite my story, so that if you have a story about aging, that you can rewrite it too, and remember who you are and what this game in reality is all about. My name is Hedley, and this channel is all about simplifying the amazing law of assumption principles so that you can apply them to your reality and get results fast. If you'd like to know more about me or my offerings, including one-to-one law of assumption coaching, my self-concept course, I Am the One, and my book, I Am Money, which will completely transform your relationship with money, you'll find all of those details in the box below this video or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. So last week I had a birthday. I turned 46 in physical years, and I had a wonderful time. One of my best friends who lives in New York came out to visit, and we just had 2 weeks of just running around, having an amazing time. I went to the Gold Coast. We stayed at a beautiful hotel up there, and we had massages, we drank cocktails, we went out to lunch and to dinner, and we did all these beautiful things and just had a wonderful, wonderful time. So birthdays for me are such a joyous occasion, and to be honest, that's actually how they have mostly been. I've always loved birthdays, and I love the celebration, and I love being grateful for all that I have and sharing my appreciation with the people I love. But a lot of you have been asking for a video on the aging process, so I thought, what better time than a birthday to do a video on it? So today we are talking about aging and the aging process according to the law of assumption, and we are going to rewrite your understanding of what is going on. And I've got diagrams. We're gonna get into this, and we're going to completely transform any negative story or assumptions you have about aging, because aging is an experience in reality. Aging happens in reality. Therefore, it is a third dimensional experience. It only exists in this third dimensional realm. So if we apply the law of assumption principles to it, we are going to have much more command over it, rather than just letting the third dimensional realm inform our assumptions about aging to us. Because remember, you are the infinite I am of your reality. You are the one commanding it. You are either doing that consciously or subconsciously. If you are commanding reality subconsciously, chances are you're not getting what you want, because those subconscious assumptions will be less favorable than the ones you are consciously choosing for yourself. Generally, they're the ones that we inherited from our caregivers, from our experiences growing up, or just from the society at large, just from that third dimensional reality and looking out into it and seeing how the world works. So part of this work with law of assumption is really becoming conscious of the stories that we're telling ourselves, the assumptions we're holding, and becoming more aware of those subconscious assumptions, and then rewriting them if they are unfavorable and they're not producing a reality that we are enjoying. Since coming into these teachings and starting this channel, I am putting myself out there. I'm putting myself on the internet. Obviously, I want to look good. I want to be presentable. I want to feel attractive and all of those things. Now, prior to this channel, I was doing all sorts of things in reality to do that and to be more attractive and to look younger and to all of that. I was getting Botox. I was getting facials every week. I was doing all of that. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. But since starting this channel and using these principles, I have not done any of that. I haven't had any Botox. I haven't had anything in my face for the last 2.5 years, because I've rewritten my story and I just don't see a need for it. Not to say I won't do it. Absolutely, there are times where I look in the mirror, I go, whoa, okay, not looking my best today, not loving what I'm seeing. But because I have a story in place, if that story comes up and it kind of hits me and I'm like, ugh, I can go to my story, which I know to be true, and I'm going to share it with you in this video, and remind myself of who I am and what this all is, and then just get back on track really quickly. Now, if I didn't have that story in place and I just have the, oh my God, you're looking old, then I'm going to freak the F out, and I'm going to go looking for some professional who can fix it all up for me. But I don't need that because I have a story to fall back on, which is the true story, because consciousness is what's true, and I'm going to share it with you. But if you don't have a story to fall back on, you will be reacting to what you're seeing in the mirror, and then you will go out into reality and you will try and fix it at the level of reality, and it'll never be enough because you're not fixing it at the cause of the reality, which is always consciousness, which is always the story that you're telling about yourself. This is a daily process, and if you're not doing it on a daily basis, reality is going to start creeping in, and all of those shitty little stories that we hear and absorb from reality are going to creep in, and they're going to be impressed on your subconscious and then expressed in your reality. And then before you know it, you're going to start to feel whatever story you're feeling about your age, and then you're going to be resisting the aging process. And as we know, what we resist persists. So I think I took a little bit longer with that intro, but what we're going to do is we're going to get into the process of how to use law of assumption in relationship to what we experience as aging in reality. So one of the first principles of law of assumption is that consciousness and reality are one. They are essentially the same thing. Reality is the reflection of consciousness, and consciousness is the cause of reality. So consciousness and reality are one. They're the same thing. However, consciousness is always and forever greater than reality. And that is because consciousness is the cause of reality. So let's just have a look at these together. So consciousness and reality are one. Consciousness is always greater than reality because consciousness is the cause of reality. So those are founding principles on which our experiences are based. So if we talk about aging, aging is an experience in reality, which means by law, the process of aging is subject to consciousness. So let's have a look at the diagrams which I have created. So consciousness and reality are one. So I've got this diagram here which shows that consciousness and reality are one, and there is a dotted line going in between those, and that's the veil. That's the mystery point between when consciousness solidifies into reality. That's something that's out of our hands. We have no control over that. But all we do know, and what we can go on, is that consciousness and reality are one. But consciousness is always greater because it is the cause of reality. So you are not using your consciousness consciously to cause reality. Your reality is going to be informing consciousness, and then that consciousness is going to be creating and forming reality. So I just turned 46 in reality. So the age of my body currently is 46 years old. However, that is just in reality. If I'm not consciously informing my reality about the experience of aging and turning 46, then my reality is going to be informing consciousness that say I'm old, I'm over the hill, I'm undesirable, I'm invisible, I'm less attractive, I'm blah, blah, fucking blah. So my body in reality must reflect back that story that I'm holding in consciousness. So I'm going to have a body that starts to look old, over the hill, undesirable, invisible, less attractive, blah, blah, fucking blah. That's going to be the story that my body must reflect back, because my body is the reflection of consciousness. So whatever story I'm holding in consciousness must be manifested and solidified in physical form, which means it's not your physical body that ages. It's the subconscious assumptions you're holding about the age of your physical body that ages your physical body. So if you are having a story that is of aging, then your body must reflect that aging story back. Now, the body is just always following consciousness. Remember, consciousness and reality are one, but consciousness is always greater because consciousness is the cause of reality. It's all a story, and it's all a reflection of the story. And that is why you want to be doing the work and asking yourself, how do I feel about this age? What are the assumptions or what are the thoughts that come up about this age that I'm turning? Because it's not the age you're turning that's aging you, it's the stories you're telling about the age that's aging you. So we have to be the one to tell the story about whatever age we are. And the story is always the story of consciousness. So what is consciousness? Consciousness is infinite. Consciousness is timeless. Consciousness is eternal. Consciousness is birthless. Consciousness is deathless. Consciousness is ageless. Consciousness is immortal. Therefore, I am infinite, I'm timeless, I'm birthless, I'm deathless, I'm ageless, I am immortal, I am the infinite I am. And if I am holding that story and applying it to every single age I am, then my body must reflect that back energetically. So even though I can see lines on my face and neck and arms and all of those things, that physicality isn't having any impact on me because of the story that I'm telling about myself. And because consciousness is greater than reality, then if I'm holding the assumption that I'm infinite, I'm timeless, I'm ageless, I'm birthless, I'm deathless, I'm immortal, I'm eternal life, I'm infinite energy and light, then that must shine through greater than whatever my physical body is doing. And that ends up being what you see in me and what people are seeing reflected back. Almost every day I will have somebody say, oh, you look great, you're looking really well, you're looking whatever. Because that's the story I'm telling myself first. I'm not waiting for reality to tell me that story. I'm informing that first within myself. I'm using my I am nature to choose the story that I want to experience in reality. And then reality reflects it back. And again, I have no problem with Botox. I may do it at some point. I have no problem with doing any of those things. I'm just not doing them because I don't feel a need to do them, because I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I'm liking the reflection in the mirror. But that's only because I am putting time and energy into creating that reflection. I'm the one who's choosing that reflection, and then that reflection is getting reflected back. So even though the body goes through its natural process in this third dimensional realm, it's not your body that is aging you. It is the assumptions you're holding about the age of your body that is aging your physical body. Always remember, consciousness and reality are one, but consciousness is greater than reality because consciousness is the cause of reality. And consciousness is infinite, it is eternal, it is timeless, it is birthless, it is deathless, it is ageless, it is immortal, it is all of those things, which means you at the core of who you are is all of those things. And by holding those assumptions and continuing to remain aware of those assumptions, your body must reflect those assumptions back to you. And that is how and I want to recommend it for you, enjoy this aging process. Aging is just a physical experience in reality that is subject to a change in consciousness. You are not bound to your physical age. When you work with these principles, 46 or whatever age you are means nothing. It's just 4 and 6 together means absolutely nothing, because I'm infinite, I'm eternal, I'm timeless, I'm ageless, I'm birthless, I'm deathless, I'm immortal. And this is the story that I continue to hold for myself. And this is the story that I am feeling in my body and that is getting reflected back in my reality no matter what age I am. So I hope that helps with your experience with aging. It does not have to be a traumatic process. Enjoy your birthdays. Use them as opportunities to be grateful for who and what you are and who and everything that you have in this amazing, incredible physical experience called life. And just enjoy this infinite adventure that we are all on, and just enjoy and be grateful for the physical vehicles that we have been gifted with for this experience. You could not have this experience without this physical body. So love it. Honor it, embrace it, tell good stories about it, and always hold the highest and best assumptions of it. And you will have a much better experience with the experience in reality called birthdays and aging. I hope that helps. As always, please remember you are the amazing creators of your reality. You are the superstars of your show. You are the producers, the writers, the directors, and the actors in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you, assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. This is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you and for me too. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please give it some love with a like and a comment, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.